get hyped for WWE 2K24. So let's get right into it.
Business can happen virtually anywhere,
Again,
but
I'm
there's
so
nothing
mad.
like being there. At National, you can skip the
Playing.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the Cody situation last night, but I'm a big Cody fan. Have been since he started.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
You're gonna have to finish
I
the story in
understand
the
what
game,
WWE
not
is
in
thinking, what they're doing, but
in real life.
that's a topic for the Off the Top podcast. We're gonna discuss it and dissect it, so check that out this Tuesday. It's gonna be a heck of a show. Anyway, with that being said, in this video I want to talk about 5 reasons why I am hyped for WWE 2K24. Now, if you watched the last video, there was 5 reasons why I was a little worried about the game. So today we're going to go the opposite direction, and we're going to talk about 5 things that I am hyped for. Alright, number 1, match types. We got special guest referee, we got casket match, we got ambulance match, we got gauntlet match. With all those match types being included, a lot of us were thinking probably just going to be an exhibition mode or some of the My Rise mode, but no. There's an interview, and I'll leave a link if you want to read the whole interview in the description below, where it says from the developer Brian Williams that all those match types will be available in Universe mode, in My GM mode, which is a big shocker, obviously exhibition mode, and the one that shocked me the most was you'll be able to play those matches online also. So all those match types are available basically in all modes except for probably my faction, because that's basically a separate game. So that's huge news for me, because
right. You can't really
I don't know why you wouldn't include them in Universe mode, but My GM and online, that's really cool, because for the Off the Top podcast, we'll be able to do those matches online against each other, and that'll be some fun videos, so keep an eye out for those. So that's the first thing that got me hyped about this game, is the match types being available in pretty much every mode. Universe mode is my favorite mode, but the fact that we can use them in My GM makes me want to play that mode also, so that's really, really cool. Number 2. Now, I've been asking for this for the last 3 or 4 games, and that is a new Ultimate Warrior model. Now, I'm a huge Ultimate Warrior fan. Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, and Sting are probably my 3 favorite wrestlers of all time. And the fact that Ultimate Warrior finally got an update, not just like his face paint and gear, or should I say his attire, but his actual physical form too. He's bigger. He actually looks like the Ultimate Warrior finally, like the proper build and everything. At least from when he was in that match with Rick Rude. So I'm super hyped about that, because that means they might have tweaked some of his moves. Also, the fact that he's in showcase mode, even though you're probably just going to play against him as Rick Rude, I don't care. The fact that we got a new Ultimate Warrior is huge, and it also means we might have some other attires for him. And it gives a new model for the community to go nuts with and finally get all of his old attires in there, so they don't have to create a whole new Ultimate Warrior. I have like 4 or 5 different Ultimate Warriors on my 2K23
even
set, so
old people.
I'm super hyped about that. I can't wait to try out and see if
maybe they Hollywood Hogan
polished up his moves.
I've heard more about him than I have Ultimate Warrior.
Number 3. Now, this is probably the most unique one for me, and it's going to be a super fun for, again, Off the Top podcast and just my channel in general and any videos we make on this, is weapon tossing. The weapon system. The fact that we can take a weapon, like in WWE, what is it? I almost said 2K19. In WWE WrestleMania 19 and Day of Reckoning, the series on the GameCube, you could literally throw weapons at each other, and you could counter and rip them out of the air. Now, they actually had some physics to this, because I was curious how this is going to work, but if you watch some of the footage that they had, it shows them throwing a garbage can. It shows Randy Orton throwing a garbage can off camera, and it hits Kevin Owens in the head, and he basically just fumbles down to the ground. I laughed so hard at that. I can't wait for moments like that. We could just have like made up rules where you can only win the match. Whoever hits somebody with the garbage can 10 times first wins, or something crazy. You'll be able
I
to
don't
make up
think
your own
that's
rules.
like.
That's not in the game. I'm just saying for like if you're playing with someone personally, you could do stuff like that. It adds so much variety to the game with something so simple as just throwing weapons.
Bro, I feel like
And the
if you
fact
throw
that
a
they
weapon,
added in
you
so
just
many new
catch it,
weapons,
throw
it
it
sounds
back,
like they're adding in all
catch
the
it,
weapons that they had in
throw it back.
2K20.
That'd be so
If you
cool.
play 2K20, they had all these cool like backstage fighting areas, like an arcade, swamp, all sorts of stuff, and they all had unique themed weapons for it. I wonder if we're gonna get a lot of those back in this game. I think that'd be super cool because I kind of miss those. Number 4,
I
the
kind of feel
ability
like they
to
would have
change the camera angle.
like a arena.
Now,
Maybe you
something
can make
so
it outside
simple
arena
can
and
make
add
the
weapons
game
into
feel
there.
like an entirely new game. The fact that we can change the camera where we want for matches when we're playing, and then a spectator mode for when we're not playing and just want to watch. The footage we'll be able to capture for our channels and for making a show is something I've always wanted to do. And well, like I said before, if you've been watching this channel, I've always wanted to make my own wrestling show using my characters and try to book it like a real show. I've tried it 2 or 3 times. It didn't work out because they're characters that I made. I mean, they're not mass known to everybody. I always try to just use mine. I got to include like the real roster and stuff too to really get the ball rolling. Maybe one day I can get my characters over like real wrestlers. That would be super fun. But every year the game's missing something to where I can't do it. So I'm very hopeful that 2K24 is the year. Now the last thing, number 5, that has me super hyped
I hate
about
roster
2K24
modes. Like,
is
everything
the
is
universe
different.
mode.
Like they gotta.
Now they're
weird stuff
added
that's
a
like
bunch of stuff, as we
everything.
said before earlier in the video,
unlike-
where they're adding all the new match types
Well, that's
are going to be also available in universe
crazy.
mode. I don't know why they wouldn't be available in universe mode,
Bro, it's full on the
but all the new features. So the go home match type, the Money in the Bank match, finally be able to cash in. I mean, you could do it before, but I explained this in a past video where instead of just coming in at the end of the match or any part of the match, it would literally just create a whole nother match for the cash in. So if you did a pay-per-view and it was all set up and they already had a feud going and you said, I want to cash in, instead of just having you run in on that match, it would literally just create another match for it. So the fact that we can just cash in whenever, at least that's what it sounds like, we haven't seen it in action yet, that's going to be pretty fun. And the loser leaves town stipulation is going to be fun too. So hopefully there's some other improvements there, like the show opener sequence where the fireworks would go off. I hope that's back.
Like 2 weeks.
The little animation before the show started, sometimes they were way too long. Just cut them down a little bit. Yeah, there's so many things they could add to universe mode. I really hope that they took the time to fix it, because it sounds like this is a year where they fixed and added like the little things like match types. Well, match types are huge, but you know what I'm saying? Like they tweaked the gameplay to get it right. They tweaked this, they tweaked that, made everything polished. Basically like an update, a super $120 update is basically what this game sounds like. So hopefully, universe mode got the love, the TLC that it's been desperately needing for the last 5-6 games. Anyway, these are 5 things I'm hyped for the game. What are some things you are hyped for that I didn't mention? And there's one more hyped thing that I'm going to add. I know it's not. This isn't 5. This is number 6.
From the real
We can finish the story ourselves. I know it sounds cheesy, and we could just make Cody the champion. So keep that in mind. They won't do it in the real show, but we can. Damn it, we can do it in the game. Anyway, thank you for watching, and stay frosty.
I don't think of that. Thank y'all for watching though. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm gonna check out what's they keep updating me on my phone about.